Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed it's working. Is it working? Is that somebody stopped outside my door? I don't know. Is that okay now? Good morning, open-minded. Good morning. I think that's okay now. I shut the phone down and restarted it again. Celia, my gorgeous Celia, good morning, good morning. Yeah, I was saying I wasn't on yesterday. I had the hospital yesterday. And although it was in the afternoon, all morning, I was like, oh, thinking about it. But I hope everybody watches this video because a few people have asked me about my ASMR, right? And I will get back to doing my videos, but I just need a wee bit of time now. I'm waking up and I'm in a lot of pain in the mornings and stuff like that. So, and I'm just not into it now. I've just got too much on my mind, but I will get back into it. I mean, I've got props and everything in there that I can play with. But I've not stopped my ASMR. I will be back doing it. So I've not abandoned just ASMR wise or anything like that. I just need a wee bit of time. I hope you understand, guys. Robbie, good morning, Robbie. Yeah, but yesterday I done the injection myself. Look at me, I'm a nurse. Thank you, Celia. Thank you. Um, it's just I do worry about you know, and I worry about that's it. I'm not going to be friends with her now, you know. But I just need it. I just need some time, guys, mentally and all that. I just need a wee bit of time. Yeah. So I done the injection myself yesterday. Look at me go. I'll tell you how I done it. Right, they give you it's like a pen. It's like a pen like that, right? And it's got the liquid inside. And you grab a bit of your belly. It's got to be just below the belly button. And you grab a bit like this, right? That's how you do it. You grab a bit, and then you do that and put the injection on. It clicks right, and you just hold it there. And there's a wee window, and you see the fluids like disappearing. And then once the fluid disappears, it clicks, but you leave it for 10 seconds and then you take it out and then you put it in your sharps bucket. Get me go. So I done it myself. So I've got 3 in there. So that's like 3 months supply I've got in there. So 4 weeks I'll do it myself. And that's a lot better than going through to that hospital. I was saying to Carolyn yesterday, when I seen the hospital was swinging, and I don't mean like lovers swinging. I just mean like, in case that's not a word everybody uses, it means in Scotland it was really busy. They weren't asking you to put your keys in a bowl or anything like that when you went in. You know, that'd be a whole different kind of swinging. Thank you, Openman. Thank you, everybody. Please for understanding. And a lot of people don't watch my lives, so they don't know what's going on with me. But I mean, I will get back to it. I just need some time just to sort myself out, my head out, and I'm in a bit of a mess, guys. I'm not going to lie. I'm in a wee bit of a mess mentally and stuff like that. And this pain is just non-stop. It's just there all the time. And I'm taking my meds and stuff like that, but it's still there all the time. And it just empty that's got the pain, just sometimes it drives you insane. And that's where, see, I feel as if I'm ready to cry, but I'm not going to cry. I done enough crying yesterday. Going through the hospital. Right, I'll try and explain the injection, right, because I've had to ask about 20 times. And let me see where are we. Preloaded. You and Bobby are like, that's it. I knew it was about time the aliens came and got her. Open-minded. It's still a mystery. It's like a magic thing, right? It's something biotics, probiotics. I can't remember what it is, right? But it's some kind of thing. When I take an asthma attack or my asthma flares up, my body produces too much of some kind of chemical, right? My body produces too much of whatever it is, and it makes my asthma worse. right? So this injection targets whatever that is. And the way he described it, he says it's like a mop. So it mops up this stuff that my lungs produce too much of. So basically that's it. But they explain it in a really technical way. And I've had to ask about it 5 times. And I keep saying, listen, I'm really sorry, but people have explained it to me, but I just can't get out of it. And then they tell me the exact same thing again, and I'm like, right, okay, as if I know. You know, I do the, all right, aye, I get it now. I don't get it at all, but I don't want to seem like a pure dafty. KHX, good morning. Good morning. Oh, got the grandson a lovely wee gift for his birthday. Thank you so much, Um, I'm glad you're watching the ones. I mean, I've got 2,000 videos, so I mean, it's not as if they're short videos, but I can understand that people will be thinking I've just abandoned you. But if you watch my live stream, you know that what's been going on and stuff like that. Is that what the Ozempic needles like? It's amazing. It's just like a wee pen. Peter says it's like a insulin pen. Right, although I've got diabetes type 2, I don't use it's no bad enough to use a pen or anything like that. I mean, it's fine. My blood sugar's fine, but but you grab a bit of belly. You know, it's not as if I've got, we're short of that. Grab a bit of belly and then you just poke it like that, and then just hold it there for a minute or two, and then that's it. And then you just put in your sharp. I've got my sharps bucket in there. I've got a sharps bucket. PHX, did I say good morning? Good morning to you. Good morning. Ashley, we were talking about it. I was talking about it. You've changed your name. See, the names have all changed. Mo. I'm going to call you Cupcake, right? I'm just going to call you Cupcake, Ashley. Cupcake. Insulin pens. Cat, good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it's kicking off there. I was saying the other day, now football, you expect it to kick off, eh? And I've seen that the ice hockey kicks off, and ice hockey as well, folk go crazy with their hockey sticks, that kind of stuff. You don't expect it in the curling. It's like golf. You don't expect it to kick off, do you? It did kick off, and the man said the F word, told the Swedish guy to F off, and they blanked it out on the BBC. They blanked it out. You could see it like that. But he's come out and apologised for his behaviour. I suppose it can get tense, but you just don't expect it, you know, because the curling's all like, fair play to you there, my good fellow. I mean, it's all like that. It's all like, you know, a nice sport like that. They're all like, no, you take your turn, you take your turn. Oh, sorry, man, they're all dead nice, but it just shows you behind the scene it's ruthless. Yeah, the stones are made here. I've actually just watched how the stones are made. It's quite, they go along the beach and stuff like that, right? And they've got the big granite stones and they put numbers on them. They say, right, we'll take that rock there. Do you know it is 700 to 900 pounds for one of these stones? I'm quite tempted to go there myself to the island and bring back some rocks and do it myself and sell them for £500 for a curling stone. 10,000 condoms. Who's going through 10,000 condoms? Although, yeah, Sophie, you do. You can do. There's my sofa. The sofa will save the day. That's why I've got to take Sophie with me to all these places, because I've not got a clue what they're telling me. It kind of goes in one ear, and as I say, see if I'm talking to something's happening outside the window. I'm like, oh God, there's a squirrel. Oh, there's another squirrel. Oh, they're fighting over that nut. Right, that's where my mind goes to, and I can't help it. I can't help it. And every time, every school report card was the same. Linda is a daydreamer. Aye. They had to keep bringing me back, you know, because I was constantly away like that. I had to be, because a lot of bad stuff get done to me with hospitals and stuff. I had to have an escape, but it's just there all the time. Yeah, Sophie's explaining it. My God. Listen, Sophie, hide your ears. That reminds me of the time that me and Mike's husband were only married yet, right? And we were going to, it was Yugoslavia at the time, we were going there, right? To Yugoslavia. And you know what it's like when you're just courting and stuff like that and you're young? You're always having, you know, you're always doing that kind of stuff, right? And I done it a lot. And I really enjoyed doing it back in the day. Now it'd be like a task, you know. What that like? It would just be a task now, right? But going on holiday, we were very careful because we didn't want any babies at that point. So condoms were the thing, because every time I tried the pill and things like that, I was being sick, or I would have headaches, or my hair was falling out in one of them. You know, all this. So we thought condoms are the way to go here, right? Stay safe and stuff like that. So Mike's husband, he wouldn't go in for them, right? So I had to go in for the condoms. So anyway, I went in, I got them. And it was 14 days that we were there, and I was thinking, right, see, we do it twice a day, like that. I walked out with a pack of 48 condoms or something like that. I walked out with, right? So anyway, that was set. We had the 48 condoms. We were like, no worries. We can, you know, we can have fun and no need to worry. But the problem is, I always get my bag searched. Everywhere I go, my bag gets searched. I always look as if I'm the person, you know, that's got all the narcotics shoved up my... Anyway, so there we are. And the guy's taking out all the stuff out my bag. And there's folk watching. And he brings them out. He brings out the box of condoms, 40 condoms, and he looks at them like that, and he looks right at me. He's like, you little dirty, you know, like that. And I'm thinking, well, I'm safe. So anyway, I'm no embarrassed to that kind of thing. I just thought, that's my... But they were out again, and I think when we got to Yugoslavia, I think they got searched and pulled out again. You know, everybody was pulling out this box of condoms. Do you know my yeah, listen, see, nowadays I probably see nursing homes. I'm looking forward to a nursing home, because apparently, you know, that's where you get all the STDs. Know that I want the STDs again. I'll go and get condoms, but they seem to be having a lot of fun with all different folk. Harley baby, I was terrible with the pill. You know, side effects, and then the wee matchstick things for your arm, they had just come out, so I was like a guinea pig, and they put them in me. It was 6 of them, like in a fan shape, right? And my arm. In fact, there's still a wee you can't see it, but there's a wee scar there. They drove me nuts. I was having the most terrible headaches and mood swings and sick and everything. And I kept saying to the doctor, going to take them out of my arm. And he was saying, they're £100, you know, they cost a lot of money, them. And it got to the stage they wouldn't take them out, they wouldn't take them out, they wouldn't take them out for months and months. And I was going off my head. And I had to go, and I swear I said to the doctor, if you don't take these implants out, I'm going to go home, I'm going to get a bottle of vodka, I'm going to tank it, and then I'm going to take these implants out myself. I had to say that before the man took them out my arm. They put 6 in and they took 5 out. One of them got lost in the tissue in my arm someplace. A mystery. So I was, yeah, see she was my sister-in-law. She had the coil in and got pregnant. She got pregnant with the coil in. So it just shows you you're never 100% safe. I got the coil. The coil wasn't too bad for me. I eventually got the coil in. It was all right. Oh, Rosie Roo. Rosie Roo's Sophie's wee cat. It's a Russian blue, and it's the most beautiful wee kitty ever. Yeah. Listen, me and you in the nursing home, it'd be fun. Let's just say it'd be fun. Because you're not caring. Oh, I don't know if that's the one I had. That's the one that releases a wee bit of hormone. See, I was terrible with premenstrual tension. And the good thing was me and my mum, yourself, if you're staying in a house with other ladies and stuff like that, you all have your time of the month together. And I think it's so you've got somebody to fight with. I really do, because me and my mum would be going through premenstrual tension together, and we'd be at it, shouting and bawling at each other like, "You're just ruining my day, and see you're just dead cheeky." And I'm like, "Mum, you're just always picking on me, and I'm going to go and get another mum," and all that would be happening. And then half an hour later, "I love you, Mum," and "I love you too." We'd be greeting together, and I think that's why we all have them the time of the month at the same time, is so we've got somebody to fight with. While all that's happening, the men in the house are all away doing stuff. They're like, "I'm out here." Oh, making biscuits. Rosie Roo's making biscuits. She's doing that. I'm visualising it. She does this on Sophie, but the look on her face is like she's really is concentrating. She's concentrating making these biscuits like that. Daisy doesn't do that. She just steals your socks. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Harley. When you see, I get sterilised. See, after Peter, I get sterilised. I just get straight up sterilised. I was like, that's get the tubes. They're not even tied. I think they clamp them. I don't know what the hell they do with them. But it wasn't bad. I was only in for like a day surgery kind of thing, and it's just a tiny wee scar underneath my belly button. For that. So I don't need to worry about that. So in the nursing home I'll be fine. But as I say, that's where you get the most STDs, is in the nursing home. They're all at it. They're all at it. And look, who's caring about the way you look back then? They're just looking for something. I wouldn't want to be in the same hospital as Duncan though. Mm. See, being in a hospital with Duncan, poor Duncan must be. He must have passed away years ago, Duncan. But God help the man. It must have been hell. It must have been absolutely hell in that man's brain. If you don't know, Duncan was the crazy masturbator guy. I mean, there's no other way to describe it. That was Duncan. His hand was completely down his pants all the time. And it wasn't just doing it was the noises that he'd make. Oh, whoa, oh, he'd make all that kind of noise. It'd be so. And you're going, "All right, Auntie, how you get on the day?" Whoa, whoa. Oh, that was going on at the side of you. You're like, it was bad. Ah, yeah, I love kitties doing that. See them, they might not do it for you being young, um, Harley baby. They might not do it to you. I was 29 when I had Peter. I've never had sex either. I don't know how I've managed to have 3 kids. I can't even say that with a straight face. Do you know what I mean? And I can't talk about it because Sophie's on the chat today. Yeah, I've never been. I don't know how that happened to my kids. And maybe they would if it's something that you're really serious about. But it's something that you've got to think about, that you're definitely not wanting anymore, because some people have more than 3 kids. Some people have lots of kids. Do you know what I mean? But you need to be mentally, this is it. I do not want any more kids, because, um, you know, once it's done, it's done. I don't know if they can reverse it or something like that. They can. I think they can reverse when men get it done. And listen, it's much easier for a man to get it done, but I wanted to make sure myself that I know I can't have any more, because three is, and anyway, they told me I couldn't have any Waynes. Waynes equals kids if he's out for the UK or Scotland. We call them Waynes. Um, they said to my parents when I was young that I wouldn't be able to have any children because of my spine's so bad. And they said I would be able to probably fall pregnant, but I wouldn't be able to carry a child because of, again, the spine. And I proved them wrong, and then they said I wouldn't be able to drive a car. And I was like, hold my glass, and away I was driving in my car. I mean, they told me I couldn't do a lot of stuff, and I'm like, here, watch this. Get a video of it. Oh. Oh, Sophie sent me a video. Aye, that was a shame, open-minded. Mary, her name was Mary. She was a very, very religious woman, was Mary. Poor Mary. I'll tell you the story before I go. So I'm saying it's a funny story, but it was a devastating story for Mary. Mary, as I say, I went to Catholic school, and I used to hang about with her daughter. She was a year younger than me, but we were best pals. And we stayed in the same street and stuff like that, right? And my mum was pal with Tracy's mum. Her name was Mary. So this one day, there was a shenanigan. I was ready for school. We were all ready for school. School got cancelled. You're not going to school today. There's been an incident. So we go out to Mary's. Mary's sitting in a chair, crying like that. Our man's in the kitchen, pacing the kitchen, back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, like that. And Mary went into the story. It was a terrible, terrible story. This was back before the internet. See, the internet now, you've got D-pics in your inbox, right? That's just flashers nowadays. That's what they've got. Anyway, she had been standing at a bus stop getting ready to go to her work, and a man pulls up in a car, and she thought he was going to ask for directions, because it's a kind of new town that we stayed in, so people were asking for directions all the time. So she thought he was asking for directions, but when he opened the car door, he had his thing out and was like doing what Duncan does. Right? It was like doing stuff with his thingamabob. Anyway, he flashed at her, right? And she went away up the road crying. She was absolutely, and her man phoned the police. We need to get the police for this, right? She was absolutely horrified. Mary was the kind of woman that, although she had kids, you can tell her clothes remained on during the conception. She'd maybe have a nightie on or something like that. Sex was only ever done in the bedroom. That would be the only time that would ever happen. It wouldn't happen anywhere else. It would just be in the bed. That's it. She was very, very like that. And so was her man. Her man was like the same, very religious and stuff. So anyway, she'd probably never even seen her man's thingamabob, because it all happened under the covers, right? The covers would be up here, and the deed would be done down there. Tell me when you're done. It'd be that kind of thing. So Mary was like absolutely, she was traumatised. My mum's sitting next to her. I remember my mum sitting next to her, rubbing her like that, going, "You're all right, Mary." Sorry. She goes, "It's terrible now that I've seen it. It was right there in front of me. I can't get over it." And it was like 9 o'clock in the morning, and people are going, "Have a whiskey, Mary, have a whiskey." It's 12, you traumatised. Have a wee whiskey, Mary. Mary sitting with a whiskey like that. Her man's still pacing about, going, "I'll give him a bunch of fives if I find him. A bunch of fives. He'll get like that, right?" And this is true. As far as I know, this is an absolutely true story. I promise you, right? True. The police had come out for a statement and had said to Mary, was asking her about it and stuff like that. And the car, in one of the police officers said to her, what was it he said to her? He says to her, "Did you have an erection?" And she said it was a 4-day escort. like that, right? Because as I say, she didn't know anything like that. That was all. The only time they ever had any kind of was to have the kids, and that was it. That was the only time. And as I say, it'd be in the bed, it'd be lights out, and it'd be covers up to the neck, nightie on, deed done, and then that bit. Oh, it was disgusting. It was that kind of thing. But poor Mary, but her man, like he was a wee thin guy too, a wee thin guy. And he was like, bunch of fives I would give him. And my dad's going, calm down there, Fred, calm down. Calm down, Fred. And he's like pacing his like Mary sitting in the chair crying like that. And we were off school. We get the day off school because of it. There's a mad flasher going about the place. I don't know if they ever caught the guy. That was doing it. Poor Mary. I know I get them. I know as much as my daughters. My daughters get the D-pics more than I do, but I'm not safe for a D-pic either. I go into my Facebook and open it, and there it is, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And I don't know any woman at all. Is any woman at all? Good morning, Libra. Good morning, cat. Um, oh, biscuits. My daughters they get D-pics and stuff like that, and I get the odd D-pic, and I'm like, God, I've never known a woman to go, look at that, by the way. I'm going to marry that person. See that there? I'm going to marry whoever that belongs to. I don't care what his face is like. I couldn't care less about his personality or anything like that. That D-pic there, I'm in love and I want to marry whoever that belongs to. Not once have I ever heard a woman doing that, or a woman going like this. Do you know what? I'm going to need to send a boob pic to somebody. I really, really need to send a boob pic just to anybody, a random stranger online. I need to do that. I don't know why. I don't know why men think this is a great idea. Oh, she's going to love this. She's going to absolutely love this. And the worst one was the one Amanda got. I've told you about that one. I'm driving the car and she says, I get the worst D-pic ever, Mum. And I was like, all right. And she went, it was slimy. And I went, what? And she went, aye. And I'm driving the car. My mind's working overtime. And I'm going to need to let me see it again. You're going to need to let me see it. And it was. I'm thinking the man needed antibiotics. And he said that was the best he could do because he was driving his van on the motorway at the time. They've got people driving on the motorway at 70 mile an hour going, oh, I need to get it out to send somebody a picture of this. Oh, he's woke up. I need to send somebody that. Somebody's going to love that picture. I don't know what it is. Ellen, good morning. Good morning. I'm doing okay. I'm not going to lie and tell you I'm doing fantastic because I'm not. I'm struggling as what I'm really struggling mentally and physically. The pain is just, I'm going to need to take my pain meds. The pain's really bad, but I had a busy day yesterday going to the hospital and stuff like that, and I helped Peter put my scooter in the car, which has just done my back in there. So I am struggling mentally and physically, and I've got them phoning today. I've got oncology phoning this afternoon to see how I am. But I'm going to need to. I can't do this like going away to hospitals all the time. It's just making me worse. They need to just give me what medication they can and just leave me alone. That's what they need to do. I know. I smell my foot. I love that game. It doesn't matter who it is. And you just wash your hands. Make sure you've got nice clean hands and just run and go at somebody. Oh, smell that. Nobody wants to smell your finger ever. I love that game, the smell my finger game. It's brilliant. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go. I love you all so much. But I do that to somebody today, right? Just to see their expression. It's fantastic. Just have nice clean hands, but go. In fact, out their peripheral vision, right? Go like that and smell your own finger and go, like that. And then, but make sure it's right close to them. Go smell my finger like that. And they usually jump back. It's great fun. I don't know why I do these things. I love yous. I do. I love yous all, and I appreciate yous. And I'm sorry if I'm letting MD down or feel as if MD's feeling like I'm abandoning them. I'm really not. I'm just struggling now, guys. I need a wee bit of time, sort myself out. But I love yous, and I'm doing my live stream, so I come on almost every day anyway to see yous. So I'll let you know how I got on with the doctor tomorrow. Yeah, and then maybe I can relax a bit because since last week, that's all it's been over my head. Hospitals and phone conversations and prescriptions, this and it's getting too much for me. But I love you all so much. This is a great wee house I've bought. It's far superior. Oh, that wee bit comes out. Oh, look, it comes out this wee bit. Ooh, fancy. I'm not one to praise it in case I know I'm coming off anyway. But I love you all so much. I'm going to give you a big kiss, Have a lovely, lovely day. And watch out for Ford escorts. I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.